Hello students, in this video we will solve paper May-June 2023 paper code 0625 variant 11 from question number 21. From question number 1 to 20 we have already uploaded a video. So in this question, which statement is correct? Option A says a remote controller emits microwave radiation. No, this is not correct. A remote controller emits infrared radiation. This is right because you can feel the temperature of the remote also after use, and these are the infrared radiation. The temperature rises because of the emission of infrared radiation. So option B is right. Now question number 22. Student X fires a starting pistol which produces smoke and sound. Student Y is standing 100 meters away and sees the smoke the instant it is produced. The speed of sound in air is 340 meters per second. What is the time delay between student Y seeing the smoke and hearing the sound? So we know that speed is equal to distance divided by time. And when, let's suppose here it is a X student and Y is standing 100 meters away from X. So when X fires a pistol and produces smoke, Y is standing 100 meters away and see the smoke the instant it is produced. So the time T is equal to distance divided by speed. Distance is 100 meters. It means the sound which was produced here covers 100 meter distance to reach to Y, and with which the sound travels toward Y, it is 340 meter per second. Now this is equal to 0.29 second. So option A is right. Question number 23. An unmagnetized piece of soft iron is placed close to a strong permanent magnet as shown here. What is the induced polarity of end X of the soft iron, and in which direction does the magnetic force act on the soft iron? Now this is a north pole and north pole attracts south pole. So the induced polarity at end X will be south. Polarity of the end X is south. Now north pole attracts south because they are the opposite pole. So north pole will try to pull soft iron core toward itself. It means the force acting on soft iron due to this permanent magnet will be toward left, because the permanent magnet will try to attract soft core, and since it is the north it will attract toward itself. Now if you understand that what will be the magnetic force on permanent magnet due to the presence of soft iron, since they have asked you the magnetic force on the soft iron, so the magnetic force on the soft iron will be toward left, and the magnetic force on the permanent magnet due to soft iron will be toward right, because the soft iron will also try to attract permanent magnet toward itself. So the answer is option C. The polarity of end X is south because this is north pole, and the permanent magnet pulls the soft core toward itself, So this will be to the left. The force will be toward left. Question number 24. A plastic rod is rubbed with the cloth. This is a plastic rod and this is a cloth. The rod and the cloth both become charged as electrons move between them. The rod becomes negatively charged. When we say the rod becomes negatively charged, it means the rod has axis of electron. So it means it has axis of electron. If the rod has become negatively charged, then the cloth has become positively charged. It means some of the electrons from the cloth have left the surface of cloth, and these electrons get accumulated over the plastic rod. So the plastic rod has axis of electron. So this is a negatively charged rod, and cloth has deficiency of electrons. So this is a positively charged cloth. Okay. So which diagram shows how the rod becomes negatively charged and shows the final charge on the cloth? It's a very obvious answer. I explained you how the rod becomes negatively charged. So in the option B, you can see that some of the electron moves from cloth to rod and gets deposited over rod. Rod becomes negatively charged. Excess of electron means negative charge and deficiency of electrons means positive charge. So option B is right. Which particle move to cause a current in a copper wire? Copper wire is a metal and it is the electron that decides the conductivity of metal because there are number of free electrons available in metal. Option B is right. Electrons from the copper atoms. Four students draw a circuit diagram of the apparatus used to measure the resistance of resistor R. Which circuit is correct? Now you want to measure the resistance. So resistance is equal to V by I. You can measure from this formula. And we know that we measure a potential difference through a device called voltmeter, and we measure a current in the circuit through a device called ammeter. Ammeter is always added in series in the circuit. Ammeter. And voltmeter is always added parallel, across which you want to calculate the potential difference. Okay, so ammeter you connect in series and voltmeter you connect in parallel. Now let's check all the options. In option A, you can see that ammeter is connected across the resistance. So this is not right. In option C, you can see ammeter is connected across the resistance R. This is not right. Here you can see that the voltmeter is connected across the resistance and ammeter is connected in series with the circuit. So option D is right. This is right. Let's see what is the situation of B. In B also you can see that the voltmeter V is connected parallel, but it is connected not across R because we want to measure the resistance. So we need to measure the potential difference across resistance only. Now the voltmeter is measuring potential difference across R and across variable resistor. This is a variable resistor, another component in the electric circuit. So option B is also not right. Option D is right. Question number 27. The battery on a bicycle is connected in parallel to its lamp and cell. This is a battery, symbol of battery. Battery is a collection of cells. The circuit includes two switch S1 and S2. These S1 and S2, these are the two switch. This is a symbol of lamp and this is bell. The cyclist closes S1 to light the lamp. If S is closed, the circuit is complete and the lamp will start working. She then also closes S2. When S is closed along with S1, there will be a working of light also because the circuit is complete. And when she closes S2, this part of the circuit is also complete and the bell will also work. Yeah, you can hear the sound of bell. What happens to the current in the battery and the power output from the battery when the cyclist closes S2? Okay, let's read all the options. So when S1 and S2 both are closed, so they asked you that what happens to the current in the battery when the cyclist closes S2. When cyclist closes S2, now more current is drawn from the battery. So current will increase in the battery. And what about the power output? Power is V into I. Since I is increasing and we can see that there is no change in the potential difference across S1 and S2 or across battery. So I increases, P also increases. Since V is constant, we are not making any change in the potential difference across the battery. I increases, so power output also increases. Option A is right. Which symbol represents an electric heater? Option D is the right one. as option A is for resistor, option B is for fuse, option C is for thermistor. Option A is for resistor and D is for heater. So option D is right. A student connects the circuit shown. Which switches must be closed for the bell to ring without lighting the lamp? Now you can see if you close the switch 1, then only a current from the battery can be drawn in the circuit. So switch N must be closed. If you close the switch 2, this is a symbol of lamp and we need without lightning. So no need to close 2. It should be disconnected. This is a bell and we need a circuit. Circuit must be closed for the bell to ring. So 3 must be closed. Yeah. So 1 and 3 only. Don't need to connect fourth arm in the circuit. Yeah. Option B is right. A double insulated electrical appliance must be connected safely to the electricity supply. Which statement is correct? So option B is right here because the double insulated electrical appliance, it can be connected with a fuse only. Option B is right. Question number 31. A simple electric generator induces an electromotive force EMF. Which modification would increase the induced EMF? Now option A says increase the number of turns in the coil of the generator. These are the questions based on theoretical understanding. And if we increase the number of turns in the coil, it will increase the induced EMF. And what about the other factor, how you can increase the induced EMF? If you increase the strength of the magnet, like here in option C, they have said reduce the strength. But this is wrong. If you increase the strength of the magnetic field around the coil, then we must be able to increase induced EMF. Now option D says reverse the direction of the magnetic field. So if you reverse the direction of magnetic field, there will be a change in the direction of the induced EMF, not in the strength of the induced EMF. So it is unaffected. We will not be able to increase or decrease by just reversing the direction of magnetic field because it will reverse the direction of current and induced EMF. B option says increase the distance between the magnetic poles. So if you increase the distance, there will be a reduction in the strength of the magnetic field. So this is not right. Option A is right. Question number 32 says, the diagram shows a vertical wire carrying a current I placed between the poles of a magnet. What is the direction of the force on the wire exerted by the magnetic field? So, apply Fleming's left hand rule and check whether the direction of force appears. The option C is right. This is the direction of I. The direction of B will be from north to south, and in this form you can say the force F will come in horizontal plane which will be perpendicular to I and B both. So check using the Fleming's left hand rule. What is the advantage of transmitting electricity at a high voltage? So option C is very obvious, less energy is wasted and better understanding of theory is required here. Power is always transmitted at high voltage and low current. We know that H, the heat energy, is I square RT. And if there is more current, I value is more, the heating effect of the current will be more and more energy will be wasted. It will increase the temperature of the wire, and due to the thermal radiation, the energy which is being transmitted from one place to another, that energy will be a waste. So power is always transmitted at low current and high voltage because P is equal to VI. So when we transmit power, we want that the power of the transmitted energy should not change. I should be small and P should not change. So what we do, we increase V. So high voltage is required for a less energy if we want to reduce the energy loss. How are positive and negative ions formed from atoms? Now positive ions are what? Remove an electron from the atom. If you remove an electron from the atom, you get a positive ion. A negative ion, add an electron to the atom, just like a sodium. Sodium atomic number is 11. So its electronic configuration is 281. If you remove one electron from the outermost orbit, it becomes Na plus, positive ion. If you take example of chlorine, the atomic number is 17 and the electronic configuration is 287. To make it stable, we add one more. Chlorine will take one electron from other atom, so it becomes 288, more stable. And then chlorine minus ion will be formed. So definitely remove an electron from the atom, positive ion, and addition of electron to the atom, negative ion. A nucleus of element X is represented as the symbol is given, which is an isotope of an element. So isotope means same atomic number. And when you write a symbol XZA, this Z represents the atomic number. Here you can see 26 is the atomic number, and 26 is the atomic number in option B. Here it is 56, 24, 28. So same Z means the same atomic number is required here. Option B is right. Which statement about the random decay of the nuclei in a sample of uranium-238 is correct? Read all the options, and option C is right, that the probability of a nucleus decaying in any 10-minute interval is the same for all the nuclei in the sample. Better understanding of theory is required here. Question number 37. The count rate due to sample of radioactive isotope is measured for 80 minutes. What is the half-life of the isotope? Now the formula is N is equal to N naught 1 by 2 T by T half, where T half is the half-life. N naught is the initial amount and N is the amount of the sample after time T. What we can do, we can take any time here from the given chart. So if we take T is equal to 60, N is 240. Put in the formula, and when T was 0 means the initial amount when time was 0, the initial amount N naught was 480. Put in the formula. So this becomes 480 is equal to, so put everything in the formula. N is 240 means after time T. So 240 is the amount left after 60 seconds. N naught is the initial amount when time was 0, it is 480, and 1 by 2. T is 60 divided by T half. So 240 divided by 480 is equal to 1 by 2 to the power 60 by T half. T half is the half-life. Now this is equal to 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2, 60. This is the power actually. Be very careful. 1 by 2 to the power 60 by T half. Now if the base numbers are same, I hope you all are aware of exponent. If base numbers are same, we can compare the exponent, the power. So here the power is 1. Now base number 1 by 2 is same. It means 60 by t half is equal to 1. And let me delete all this. It means t half is equal to 60. Time is given in minute here, so the answer is 60 minutes. Revise exponent, how to solve. The mathematics is important to understand. Which planet in our solar system is nearest to the sun and what is the nature of the planet? Mercury is the answer and its nature is rocky. Option A is right. The sun consists mostly of two elements. What are these two elements? Option B, hydrogen and helium. Which statement about the Milky Way is correct? Option A, it is a galaxy. So I hope you understood the paper, and theoretical understanding, I will repeat, is very important. So revise all the topic before solving any paper, and some mathematics is also important. So I know student faces mostly problem solving the half-life. So the formula is important to understand and then learn how to solve exponent. So please like, share and subscribe, and thank you for watching the video.